How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Bitcoin update. Let's get straight to it. So here is Bitcoin on the daily time frame. It looks a mess, I know, but if we narrow it down, it's really not too bad. So let's start off on the daily time frame. Let's start off with the red levels, all the red lines, because those are all daily levels. And let's see what we can delete, what we can update, what we can evolve, right? So starting from left to right, we still have this uptrend that's still valid. Um, Going down, even down here, we have two uptrends here, local uptrends that's supporting the structure. So this first initial uptrend is this over here, um, which is pretty much a resistance now. We have the second one over here, as you can see, extends all the way from here, which is also now acting as resistance now. Um, so now there's, oh man, now there's just like a lot of work for Bitcoin to reverse at this point because they're not hourly levels, it's daily levels. These are daily trend lines. So those are all the dailies. Next we have this local daily resistance here. We have an origin level back here, which we can finally delete now. Looks like we could delete this 4 hour as well. We have this daily here. Let's see where this was marked. Okay, that was an origin, so let's reset it. Okay, pretty tight, pretty close against that daily in this 4 hour. Looks like there's a wow, this 4 hour extends all the way back here. That may be the swing low of the high. So we'll keep that there. We also have some 4 hour levels here that are also tested. Um, and finally, we have this 4 hour region here. So we really only deleted just a few lines, but let's dive deeper into the 4 hour. Let's see what's going on with these 4 hour levels. All right, so we have this untested 4 hour level there. We can actually green to green. Oh wow, I'm not sure why, what happened there, but we would evolve this to here, looks like. And there you can see at this point it predicted this portion right here. Regardless, it's still it's still under the daily. Um, let's clean up this 4 hour level. Let's clean up these 4 hour levels. Do something more local. Here. Okay. Right here. Relative to the structure. Okay. 4 hour levels. And these have finally been tested. So yes, they're tested here locally test here, locally test here, and they're finally retesting. So not really a good sign because these already have been tested. It's in a downtrend. There's a lot of a lot of suppression, a lot of resistances now that Bitcoin has to break above. So on the 4 hourly time frame, let's see after making those levels, or anything that we can clean up. Um, so these are all breaking in between the buys the candles on the 4 hour. Um, honestly we could just delete this daily there, because now we're working within against this daily uptrend resistance and against these 4 hour supports. So now we're working with 4 hourly, time frames now, levels that we need to be aware about. So if we go back more, go back to this daily, I want to see where that daily level is back here. That's the swing low of the high. Um, we can probably update this to something more relevant, left to right. Sorry guys, I'm just a little bit under the weather, but there you go. Um, and you can mark as many daily time frames here. There's just so much activity within this region, but honestly, personally, I think these would break eventually anyway, as a daily, if it were to fall down there. But let me just clean up these charts for you guys. All right, so let's just stick with there for now, okay? Because we have there's still a lot of room left. Okay, so back to that 4 hour. Okay, so that daily was acting as the trend line was acting as support, right? It was supporting the whole structure. It broke below it, and what happened? It went down to the next daily support, which, as you can see on the 4 hour, well, if you go back on the daily, you'll see it broke right through it, and now it's acting as resistance. So not a good sign. It barely even supported the move. It's just using it as resistance. What really supported the move were these 4 hour levels. Um, and yeah, let's see if we zoom out. Okay, so we look at the uptrends and see, what is there really to lose here? This looks like the final point of this whole peak. So, so if we go back to daily, sorry guys, I want to go back to the daily time frame. If we go back to daily time frame, there's still some space to fall, right? On the if we stick to the same theory where the same trend that brings it up is the same trend that brings it down. So eventually, by looking at the daily, it does look like it'll slowly grind down, hopefully to this daily origin level, right? So by doing so, this would generate a lot of, this area on this daily range, personally I believe is a good psychological buy zone for people to reaccumulate Bitcoin. Um, if it were to retest this swing low of that green candle, which is, pretty much roughly around this red this daily support here, that wouldn't be good. So as long as even if Bitcoin does fall back down to this daily level, um, it is not bearish. It's not, going to $10,000. It's still really good. It's still on an uptrend. But with these type of things, obviously there's again accumulation and distribution cycles. Nothing can go up forever. So there has to be cycles within it to keep going up. So, um, in summary, guys, in summary, we have this strong daily uptrend, and if we stick to the basics of that theory, we can probably see this go down to as low as here. Keep watch of this daily support because that's what's really essential for that, for a continuous move up. If you go to the 4 hour time frame, guys, again, with that into consideration, um, we have resistances now. These uptrends are now resistances. We have this daily suppression going down here, but personally, I feel like it may just end up breaking sideways out of it and become really reliant on these supports below. So I would keep watch, guys. Coming into the week and next week, personally, I'll continue to update you guys because this is it's the start of a much of a bigger move, so it can get really bad if these supports fail to hold. So, um, yeah, so that's a Bitcoin update. So again, with this into consideration, guys, where there's like a chance of it falling, down to that daily level, again, you have to be considerate when to enter in these altcoins. So a lot of these altcoins have probably been bleeding twice as hard, right? So again, this is where you start looking into your altcoins and strategizing when to enter. Okay, let's say the last update you bought 5% of an altcoin when Bitcoin is up down here. Now it's down here, so maybe accumulate another 5%, right? And if you go in the daily time frame, let's say Bitcoin does end up falling within this daily region here, maybe double down. Your average, your what's called dollar cost averaging, right? So if you're one of those people that considers an investor and really believes in the project and a big believer into the team, then obviously that's something that you can also do. Okay, so I'm always laddering buys and sells. So again, with that into consideration, be more aware of your entries and with altcoins. So yeah, hopefully that was helpful. Again, if you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below, and I'll get back to you. So there, guys.